Placed illegally? Well, it'll be an extension of the chat system. You'll be able to separate combat spam from discussion and from system messages. So at least that will be done. So the journal will make, hopefully the journal will make much more sense. Because right now you just get all that ton of spam in there, and it's not useful unless you scroll way up and go, oh, that's what that guy said. So we're going to split that stuff up so it makes more sense.
But the font in Arial,
the font in Arial. How's this going?
Is that yours?
Yeah, it's okay though.
now in the journal, I cannot read.
Okay, font in Arial. And font options will be part of the deal.
It's a house placement tool.
Yes.
Now you get that shadow, and you got to try to figure out where it goes. And then you get the message, oh, there's something in the way.
Yeah.
It'll tell you what's in the way. So is there any way that you can highlight it in red?
That's a really good idea.
That is a great
That's a really good idea. The house placement tool is actually being worked on right now. It won't be in the game for about a month and a half to 2 months. But we're taking a lot of player feedback on what they wanted in the house placement tool. But it's one of the more difficult things to build DIY in the game, so we're taking our time with it. That's a very good suggestion.
The other thing is there any way that you can draw a little outline thing when you want to place furniture inside the house so that you can target where you're going to place the thing, then drop it?
Yeah, you like that? Okay, that's a really good idea. Guy in the in the hat in the back. There will be, in fact, I think if I unless that bug here. Now, this is not done, but there you go. You see, there's lots of different colors. You will be able to dye things, you'll be able to show things. Yes?
Could you put your plate back on?
I can.
Because
Look at this name again.
You know, if you look right there, you see that around the sword, there's that glow that isn't on the sword. Then you see how it's, like the dark area in its middle area is now lightened up by sort of a shine on the sword. That's just a little hint as to how cool the paper documentation is. That's all. And like interacting like different pieces of armor doing different things or something. Hey, don't take the sword off. But you gotta get we gotta change the lever.
There we go. Now he's good. Let's work out some stuff. Alrighty. What else can we answer about Kingdom of Gore? Yes, ma'am.
What do you guys are planning to do to, I forgot my question.
What was that?
Sorry. Okay, no. What are you guys planning to do to bring people to Felucca? What's the reason you've been having?
Bring people to Felucca.
I mean, they need a reason to be.
Yes, they do. That is a post-Kingdom Reborn feature, and that we'll be discussing about that in about 4-ish months.
Okay.
But we have a very good idea. I think you guys are gonna like it.
So you're not told that.
Kingdom Reborn, we're not taking on the faction system or why PvP with Kingdom Reborn. Kingdom Reborn, we'll lay the foundation first, and then once we get a lot more people playing, then we can start from there.
As you said earlier, some items, and items, shard related.
Mm-hmm. No, let me clarify. If you have an item that's in the game, it's in your inventory or locked down in your house, you keep that item. That item is not going anywhere. The art's in the game, the code's in the game, it's in the game. I was referring to GMs who were a bit careless with how they use certain tools back in the day, and so some shards have some local color, and some of the local color, when it wasn't built correctly or placed correctly, that's going to go away because we can't see it. And the Kingdom Reborn won't be able to see it. It's going to go, I don't know, it's not there. So that's what I'm saying.
It's been like 9 years of people, you know, putting things into this game in all different ways.
Right.
And all that information, like forensic CSI work, that like nobody really knows how to do. There's a few people that know how to go back there, but there's just too many things to look at. So, yeah, like a bush or a bench might just.
Does that mean that Kingston's power on law not going to be gone?
Yeah, I can't say.
I don't know.
But
That's stuff that we'll probably be able to spot during beta
Yes.
and figure out which ones are problematic and which
Yeah, some of the more popular places, if they're popular, then we'll be able to fix them. But until we start going from shard to shard to shard and doing an inventory, it's gonna be hard to say.
It's like knowing what to look for. It's like,
You guys all know which spots you're worried about, and you'll be able to tell us. We can't know all of the spots you guys are interested in until you guys get a chance to take this and go look at it. But we'll be able to look into that later.
Yes, sir.
Can the Reborn address the issue of the material armor imbalance, such as studded armor having to resist the plate build?
Resist live on the server, so Kingdom Reborn, we won't. Now, that doesn't mean we're always balancing. We're always looking at things. Nick and a couple of guys on our team are really good at balancing and working with spreadsheets and what does what and combined with what. That's a server-side issue. We're constantly looking at balancing issues. Kingdom Reborn doesn't really address that. But we are aware and are always thinking about balance issues. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, for decorating. Currently, we have the house decorating tools that will sync up and down. Are you going to improve the functionality of that? So you move it left to right instead of plugging it and setting it on the floor somewhere else?
The new housing tool, I believe, write that down. We'll make sure that's in there.
okay.
The guy who's designed the housing tool is actually a big fan of housing, and I'm going to bet that it's going to be a very, very good tool because he builds houses himself. People in the back, way in the back. Who's the furthest in the back with their hand up? This gentleman right there, right down there, with the white t-shirt and the blue jacket, I think.
How is this going to affect lag? A lot of the people that I play with still refuse to use the 3D clients because it slows down their computers too much. And I personally have a lot of very new computers, and the 3D client is still much slower than the 2D client.
Right. The question is about lag for those who didn't hear. Lag comes from two sources. One is talking to the internet, and our packet size is very small. We have a very efficient netcode. We're actually improving the netcode quite a bit with Kingdom Reborn. It's going to make Legacy and Kingdom Reborn run a little better, including the current Legacy 3D client. What some people might experience is that they have a very low system machine, things might move slow. We're shooting for a very, very low system spec, and it's running very well on low system spec machines right now. If you're experiencing slowdowns, there might be certain visual things you can turn up or down. So there's client-side lag, and then there's network-side lag. For the network side, we're making our network code better. And for client-side lag, it's a question of Kingdom Reborn being very efficient on low system spec cards. The 3D client has some issues, and that's all I can say. But we're lag.
With Kingdom Reborn, what do you do with different going in 2D? The only basic motions you have are saluting or bowing. Are you going to use that system? Are you going to use the 3D system that has all the different ones?
Oh. What happens with Kingdom Reborn is all our guys are basically still drawn at 2D. They're 10 to 20, 30,000 polygons, rendered out in 3D, animated. That's why it takes us a long time to get these guys in the game. Made into 2D sprites and then projected on basically a billboard, a polygon rendering into a billboard. Now, when we do that, we get to keep the UO-ness of UO. Everyone has shadow and detail. We're not polygons running around. We don't look blocky. Like Earth Elemental guy, if you made it out of polygons, your video card would melt. But the trade-off to that is we get a lot of nice detail and an interesting look with our monsters. We can't really do emotes because every emote is several hundred to several thousand frames of animation.
So are we losing saluting and bowing as well?
No, we're going to keep what we have now, absolutely. And it should look much smoother. Like, for instance, the guy in game now has 5 frames of animation. This guy has 15, but he should look much smoother no matter what he's doing.
So you can't show us the saluting or bowing now?
I don't think I can because I don't think that command works right now. Some text commands don't work right now.
What was the wave swing?
That was me getting on a horse. And where is my... there it is. Okay, I'm now going to get on my invisible horse. He's truly ethereal. And a hula, and a hop.